Apex Legends is a game that I have admired since its release back in 2019. I fell in love with the weapons, the movement, the characters, and the map. And as time goes on, I find myself coming back to the game and being met with an undeniable fact that I am trash at this game. Now, I've broken down why I think I am trash into three different categories that I will go over in this video. Hopefully, you can relate and see things from my perspective as I lay it all out in the open. First thing I'm gonna touch on is movement. Now, I will admit I have not watched a movement tutorial since like I want to say like a year ago. And I know it's if you want to get better at the game, you got to keep practicing and stuff like that. But majority of the time, I just kind of just get away with being bad at movement. Now, I'm not saying that like I don't know how to press all the keys or nothing like that, but when it comes to the intricacies, right? Because the video that I watched was the one where AC was explaining how to do everything, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I kind of get the gist of what he's saying and what he's going over. At this rank that I'm at, I'm just playing pubs. There's really no need for me to do any of the things he said, but of course they would make me a better player if I was wall bouncing and what is it, the air strafe thing that Timmy does all the time, like that. Um, but I kind of got the gist of it. And I was like, oh, I'm okay. I can just hop into games and dominate and stuff like that. But what I've been finding out is that I really really just don't understand it, and it's getting to the point where I should probably practice it a little bit more. And every time I play the game, it's with friends, so it's not really a like I say a necessity. Like I don't seek out the game to play like by myself. Like I don't really feel like playing Apex like that, like literally every day, stuff like that. I think if they had a solo mode, I'd play it a lot more. But usually, I just play duos or trios with my friends, and it's like that's every once in a while. It's not like, hey, let's play Apex. And when back in the day when we were playing it a lot and stuff, like it would get to that point where it's like, all right, we should probably play something else. We keep dying immediately after we see somebody, and it's just that battle royale loop of hey, we get all the extended magazines, we get all the purples, we get the big backpack, we get the knockdown shield. Everything's gold to purple, and then we see somebody and we get absolutely destroyed. And one factor to that is the movement. Like um whenever I get into gunfights with people and I try to run away to a different point, like a cover, like say I'm fighting somebody in like a corridor, right? And I'm like, all right, he's hitting me a little bit. Let me get to that box over there and pop a shield cell or whatever. So I start to run, and it's literally like I'm walking through mud, or like the soldiers did back in the day when they used to walk through the river with their guns over their heads. They do that now. I still think, but that's what it feels like. It feels like it's a struggle. Like I'm walking through mud, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'm running slow. Let me slide. Let me do something, and then I slide and I go like about like I want to say just a little bit across the floor, and then it slows me down even more, and then I get lasered. It's I don't know. And then I watch Asu, Timmy, all the godlike players. As soon as they get shot, I mean, they're sprinting full speed. Like with the, I don't even know if they sprint with the gun in their hand or not, but they're flying across the map, and me, I can't even get to a box that's literally like a couple steps away from me. I'm running slow as hell, and I really don't know what's the cause of that. I don't know, but again, I ain't practiced. It's on me. It's my fault, but I expect at least a little bit. Like in Warzone, if you were to get shot, you can run. You don't. There is no advanced technique stuff like this. Slide canceling is easy, but still, I mean, you can just press shift twice to do the little roadie run that they do, and just go somewhere and like vault over cover and stuff like that. But in Apex, it seems like it's like a math equation, where I don't even know how it works. It's just very difficult for me, and getting from point A to B is very difficult for me. It's very difficult for the people I play with. I watch them play, and it seems like they go through the exact same thing. And after about 10 minutes of looking around, and then you get into a gunfight and you're like, oh, I'm in a bad spot, let me go over here. I run like I'm running through mud, right, or like quicksand, and then I get beamed. And it's kind of like, why am I why and then I get that feeling in me like, oh, I should watch a movement guide, I should see how to play the game. But then it's like, who cares, we only play Apex every once in a while. But when we do play it, I get my shit pushed in. And it's not it is fun, don't get me wrong, but it's, I don't know, it takes a toll on you after a while. Moving on to the second reason why I think I am trash, and that is aim. Now, Apex is one of those games I consider like kind of like Valorant, to where if your aim is like very very good, you will be very successful. I mean, I think you can have like really trash movement and just be an aim god and still be able to pull off like crazy stuff. I think you can still be able to get a lot of kills, get a high number of kills and stuff like that. Now, I do a lot of aim training and I play a lot of other different games, and it seems like whenever I jump back into when I jump back into Apex, uh, I just can't hit anybody. I can't hit anybody at all. And I know that when they're at a certain distance, you have to lead. You have to lead them because the bullets have like a travel distance and stuff like that. But that's pretty much out of the window. If anybody is like, further than across the street from me, there is no chance. There is no chance I'm gonna hit them or do any damage to them. If they're running away, it's kind of just like, just let them run away. I got the R301, and I'm not Asu. I can't hit the long range shots with any of the guns I got. You know, and that adds like a different layer to the game, because if you are able to get the people who are far the hell all the way over there, on the rocks and stuff like that, you could be more successful. But if they're strafing left or right, and it's you could barely see them, they're like a little speck, and you're shooting at them, nothing's working. I mean, if the guns were hit scan, I think it'd be better. But hit scan meaning if you like aim at them and shoot at them, that's where the bullet goes. Kind of similar to that that other battle royale. I forget his name. The one that's dying. Hyperscape, similar to Hyperscape, but in this one, I mean, you got to lead people. I mean, sniping is just out of the question. I mean, if people move just a little bit to the right or to the left when I'm aiming at them, it's the bullets just hitting the ground. It's not going anywhere. Same thing when I'm shooting at people with the rifles. If they're literally not uh like right there in front of me, not like literally hugging me, but if they're not like a corridor length away from me, then I'm not hitting anybody. I'm not hitting anybody at all. And this game really, really, really makes me feel like I suck at aiming at people and just killing people in general. I have no confidence in myself to win all of these aim duels and stuff like that. I pick up the wingman and I'm like, you know what? Let me just pick up something else. There is no way in hell I'm gonna hit these people, and I'm gonna do anything with myself, right? Even when I got the shotgun, it just seemed like the bullets, they just don't hit. Like nothing hits, nothing goes right. And hey, I just get really down bad when I play this game, and you could just kind of feel it. This game has me putting my head in my hands a lot, and I'm pretty sure the other people I play with feel it too. I mean, as I said, going through the similar battle royale tropes of, hey, let's pick up all our stuff, let's get all this good loot, just so that we can get beamed by some dudes who are sitting on some rocks that we can't hit, but they can hit us. They can hit us. I get sniped with the Kraber. I get sniped with the Kraber in the head. You know, I get his last bullet, and it's like, oh well, he's out of Kraber shots definitely, and then he switches to something else, and then he just beams everybody. You just go against those dudes who have really really mastered like the aiming in the game. And I know it's a fault of mine again, of course, right? But I don't know, it just takes me back. It just makes me feel like I just really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to aiming. And that gets kind of hurtful, especially when you put in a lot of, excuse me, a lot of time in it, like I do. right behind the scenes. I'm putting in a lot of time. I'm grinding to try to get good at aim, and I just can't do it. I just fall short whenever I play this game. In this game in particular, it's like whenever I touch it, it's just I don't know what I'm doing, and I just revert back to when I first got my PC and I had like 1500 DPI, and my sense was crazy, and I was flipping and turning corners and stuff, and I could barely shoot people. That's what it reminds me of. It feels like I don't have years of experience doing this. Now, for the last point, this is just a theory that I have, and I think with everything in me that other people are doing more damage than me. I mean, it's a theory I got. There's got to be some damage increase with these heirlooms or something, or with these skins. Like there is no way I'm hitting people all shots in the head, right? No, I know I just said I suck at aiming, but let's say I have a good duel, right? Let's say I get in on a dude. Let's say I hit all my shots. Let's say I hit him like 10 times in the head, right? 13 times in the head. And let's say I'm beaming him, right? And I'm hitting all his shields cracked. I got him down to like 15% health, right? And let's say, all right, dude, he resets, he runs away from me a little bit. I chase after him, and let's say he turns around and just destroys me. And I look at the kill feed, right? And it's all headshots, and apparently they do more damage than me. I mean, I put in what I feel like I put in a lot more work than he did, right? It seemed like they don't go down. I shoot the shield, they're dead, their shield's dead, and then I shoot him a couple more, and I'm like, oh, he's one or two shots. We should be able to take care of this guy, right? And then he turns around, he hides somewhere, he turns around, and I pull up on him, and he just melts me just immediately. Like it's immediate. Like, that feeling when like people like cheat in video games where you just peek and you just get destroyed immediately. No, these dudes aren't cheating, but apparently there's something inside of the store that I don't know about, where people are just they just get extra damage on their guns. There's just no way that I'm just constantly going through shields over and over again. I get dudes down to like 15% health. There's literally one shot. And then they're just like, you know what, man? I'm going to just peek this corner. We're not going to go back into it. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to finish you off. Nope, none of that. I get shredded in literally, in literally like 0.5 seconds. I'm down, and it's over. And it's so crazy to look at. Let's just get shot by one guy. You know, I'm not talking about getting shot by like the whole team. Just one dude who's, he's not even. I don't consider him a threat anymore because he's like 2 health. I mean, he's not going down. It's just it's very confusing to me, and I think it has something to do with the heirlooms or the skins. I have not put in any money to this game, and I think I'm getting punished for it. I'm getting punished. And I just don't think that's right, man. I think everybody's out here just cheating, and secretly, it's not me. There's not no problem with my aim. Nothing to do with my movement. It's something to do with the microtransactions and the fact that people are running around with 2.5 times damage on their guns, and I got nothing. I got minus because I don't put no money into the game, right? It's got to be something. It's got to be something like that. But all jokes aside, I really do love the game, and I really do want to get better at it. And I think Apex is kind of like that game where I measure how good I am at games in general by how good I do at Apex. I had a game where I had like 13 kills. I think it was like 13 or 14 kills, and I felt like a god. I mean, it was just, it was disgusting. But, and that was the best I felt like ever. I took a picture of it, screenshot, I'll send it there, but it's like, oh, look at how godlike I am. And then the next game, I just get shredded by somebody again, of course, with the DLC bullets. But, as I said, Apex is just a measure of how much I evolved, because if I'm able to do good in that, then it's kind of like I could do good at anything, right? Anything is kind of like possible. So it's kind of how I measure myself. But I'm pretty sure, if I were to devote more time and stuff to it and learn a lot of the intricacies to it and how the movement works and the recoil on the guns and stuff like that, then I think I'd be okay. But just I just kind of play it as just a casual person, and I pay for it pretty much, right? Everybody around me is running around with the microtransaction bullets, and they they watch all the tutorials, and they just they copy everything that they see Asu do. I was about to say tens. They copy everything that Asu does and Timmy does, and I just get smoked. But hey, no fault of everybody else. It's just fault of my own, right? In those microtransactions bullets. But hey, I laid it all bare out there. I laid it out for everybody to see, right? I have no problems with letting my faults, you know, be out there, because if you are willing to address it, then hey, you're willing to improve on it. And of course, as of now, this is a look back video because hey, I don't got nobody watching. I don't got no subscribers. I don't got nobody. It's just me and my friend watching the videos. But that's okay. That's okay, because eventually I will be up there. I will have this YouTube channel booming, and people will respect me, and they will respect the grind. But until then, I'm gonna keep being here, and I'm gonna keep pushing and keep being better. So hopefully, this time capsule video, everybody, we can all look back on it and we can laugh. We can laugh at how bad I was at everything, and how good I am in the future, right? Because I still got faith in myself, right? Now, hey, it's back to the Apex trenches. Oh, well, I can't. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna play the game right now. I'd rather play something else. But I said the game is not to say that the game is bad. It's just I don't want to deal with that right now. But hey, uh, I will see you guys again next time. Like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one.